delivering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut. And welcome inside Dabrowski Fieldhouse, where the Prep tonight has coverage inside Orchard Lake, Michigan. A couple of rivals in the CHSL going at it. Catholic Central, the Shamrocks, the hottest team perhaps in the Central Division, the best league in the state of Michigan. Welcome inside Dabrowski. My name is Chad Bush alongside Sam Stick Day. Alex Westfall, your executive producer. Glad you're with us. Stick, an exciting night always of Central Division basketball. There's not a night off. And talking with both coaches before the game, Torrey Jackson saying, we're getting used to this grind. It just never ends, does it, Chad? I said, no, it never ends. They're at it in the grinder again tonight against St. Mary's, a team that's won 4 in a row and that's coming off a great win on Friday against De La Salle, a team that was coming in hot, and they shut them down. We see 2 great defenses going at it tonight, Stick. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, and you mentioned it, St. Mary's coming in with 4 wins in a row. Catholic Central coming in with 5 wins in a row. It's almost like anything that you can do, I can do better thing, and that's the kind of the way it is. You mentioned it last week when we were calling Orchard Lake, St. Mary's, De La Salle. Like, to win this division, everybody's probably going to have 2 losses. It's the team that doesn't have 3 losses that is most likely going to move on, because these teams prey on each other. And you mentioned it, both defensive battles with the man-on-man defense that Orchard Lake St. Mary's plays. It's going to be interesting to see how they match up tonight against the Catholic Central, who can shoot the lights out when you have a TJ Nadeau on your team.
They do. You see some of the highlights there. Beecher hitting some threes. St. Mary's ended up handling business well in that contest. The Eaglets have been stymied defensively. They've got a lot of offense from that defense, Stick. And this is also a game that both defenses are going to be tested by some different things. St. Mary's with a chance to shoot from distance, CC with a chance to shoot from distance, and everything in between. Both teams have some very good 3-level scoring.
Yeah, and that's the fun part about this. It's going to be all about the matchups. You know, who's going to end up guarding Trey McKinney? Who's going to have to lock down Devin Lee? You know, this is where the coaching battle will come into play for Todd Covert and, of course, Torrey Jackson. And it's going to be a fun matchup tonight. You know, we're looking at some highlights right now for DC just knocking down 3-pointers, and that's what they do on a consistent basis. They were really strong last year doing it, and they've only gotten stronger this season. So I'm really looking forward to the one-on-one matchups and just looking forward to watching these 2 teams with perennial great programs go at it.
Uchenna Amene leads him at the point guard spot, a combo guard that came over from Southfield Christian after he won a state title early in his career there. He's been a great addition. Devin Lee as well. And all of those guys support TJ Nadeau, who's the senior, who we saw and was the G of the game in a contest earlier against John Glenn. You saw highlights there.
Yeah.
He can do it from downtown as well. And he's got some game in between that helps them win games.
Yeah, it's not only downtown. I mean, he's filling up the stat sheet. We were looking at it earlier, you know, 2 blocks, 2 steals, you know, a couple assists, and 15 points, knocking it down from 3. So he's kind of their Mr. Do-Everything. And you mentioned that point guard battle. That's going to be fun to watch with Sherrod Barnes trying to lock down Mr. Amene. And speed on speed in that combination.
Meanwhile, St. Mary's is led by the preseason All-American Trey McKinney, who comes in averaging better than 21 points a game. Trey coming off a 20-point performance in St. Mary's win against De La Salle on Friday, 54-40. Daniel Smythe also in double figures with 10 points. And the guy you see there, Sherrod Barnes, didn't have his best scoring night, Stick, but he certainly was a guy that did it in some other categories. Sherrod will be key tonight. He stat stuffed in the contest on Friday.
Yeah, he 6 assists in that game and 4 steals. That's really where he makes his difference. And, you know, for St. Mary's, they're an interesting team because in a couple games that we've been able to call this season, they've had some lulls in the quarter, scoring 7 points, scoring 8 points. But then all of a sudden they have a quarter where they'll put up 26 or 30, something like that. So just because they come out of the gate slow doesn't mean that this is going to be a low-scoring ball game. And it's kind of the same thing for Catholic Central. They can score in bunches. So the turnover battle is pretty much, to me, what's going to decide this game. Who can take care of the basketball and not give up those easy points in transition?
We've got the start of this one coming up. It's the 7-2 Catholic Central Shamrocks under first-year head coach Torrey Jackson and the Eaglets under Todd Covert's tutelage to the semifinals a year ago. Catholic Central won both matchups last year. Can the Eaglets get revenge at home tonight? We're back for the start of this one right after this.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
Years of playing sports took a toll on my feet. The worst was the tear in my Achilles tendon. I went to fix my feet today and I've been pain-free for 2 years. I'm back to pickleball 5 days a week. Amazing.
I've been fixing foot pain for decades. Don't give up hope. Call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
All time, this series is tight. The Eaglets with a 3-game lead. This is the 75th meeting tonight between these two prize programs. Of course, Novi, Detroit Catholic Central, and Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Both these two schools were once in Detroit. St. Mary's leads it, again, 75th meeting all time. First meeting all the way back in 1931. Pat was only 12. Catholic Central swept St. Mary's a year ago, winning both outings in Orchard Lake, 68-56 on the 10th of February, and 56-42 in Novi on the 24th of January. The longest streak in this series, it's 9 games for the Shamrocks from 48 to 92. There was a long gap in there where they did not play each other. Two teams did not play for 39 years from 1950 to 1989. There were some shenanigans, and they were at odds for a while. You can talk to Robin Goddard about that one and Aaron Babbitts about that one. And these two schools, great rivals, and they're about to go at it in Orchard Lake. Glad you're with us. He's Sam Stick-Day. My name's Chad Bush. We're going to take a timeout for the national anthem. When we come back, it's starting lineups and Sticks' keys to victory. We're the Prep from Orchard Lake tonight. Thanks for hanging out. Happy New Year. Back after this.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Did you know that kids are not little adults when it comes to sports injuries? That's because of something called the growth plate. Growth plates exist all over the human body in our growing athletes. They're actually little cartilage discs that exist at the end of all the long bones. It's simply where a kid grows. The problem is that the growth plate can be the weak link. What might be a sprain, a strain, or a tear in an adult when they hurt themselves can actually be a growth plate fracture in a kid. So it's important, if your kid has hurt themselves and they're not using their arm or they're not able to put weight on a leg, come see one of us, get an x-ray, and make sure it's not a growth plate fracture. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
As the voice of Michigan's student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports should be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe that athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe that students in the stands should have fun,
but not take away the focus from the game.
We believe coaches should act like teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and support their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut. All right, time to get this baby out of bed and get it rolling. Let's be the starting lineups for tonight. Chad Bush and Sam Stick Day back with you from Orchard Lake. It's the Eaglets and the Shamrocks in a CHSL Central Division battle. Here's how the Shamrocks will line them up tonight. That's Devin Lee. This is a kid that can do some damage. He was the leading scorer against John Glenn. 17 points in that game. He's got it from downtown. He can drive it too. Uchenna Amene, a guy that just got offered by Macomb, and he's a guy. He's a guy, and he's already got a state title to his credit, trying to add one to the mantle in Novi as well. Asher Swardini, this kid is one of the new pieces to the lineup. He's a shooting guard and a good facilitator for this team as well. Anamisi Sadiq is one of the forwards, and TJ Nadeau is one of their best players, if not their best player. TJ very good from distance and adds some good size, good on the glass. And the first-year head coach is Torrey Jackson. In his first season, 5th head coach ever in Catholic Central School history. Ryan Zaris is one of his trusted assistants, along with Jalen Rutherford and James Head, the former Huron. And now for the St. Mary's Eaglets. They will start with Sherrod Barnes at one of the guard spots. Combo guard will run the point. Sherrod with a Division I offer to his belt, and stuffing stats as Stick said back on Friday night. Daniel Smythe, the senior at 6'3", and a great shooter and passer, and does a lot of good things, and a high academic kid, 4.3 student. Ivy offers on the way. Trey McKinney is one of the best players in America, 12th rated best in ESPN's latest poll for the 2025 class. Guy that does it all, the man-child, and the small forward Trey McKinney putting up 22 points a game. Andrew Smith at one of the forward spots. Smitty, a glue guy and a leader, well respected by his teammates. And in the middle, Jaden Savory, a lean athletic forward and a big forward, a guy that put up 16 against Old Redford, 17 against St. John Jesuit. Todd Covert in his 9th year, assisted by associate head coach Leonard Karshnia, a proud papa today after his son Albert Karshnia bagged a natty last night down in Houston. Congratulations to the St. Mary's graduate Albert Karshnia. First bucket of the game is good. That's Jaden Savory with a nice move and score.
Yeah, we've seen him get going early for the Orchard Lake St. Mary's offense, and that's something that they haven't had in years past to complement Trey McKinney with a true big man.
Swardini trying to find somebody against Smythe, finds Nadeau, cutting is Amene, misses the shot, walled up by Savory. Ahead to Barnes, 4-3, long, and Smythe went in and attacked glass, but couldn't hold on. Touched it last, CC basketball.
Yeah, Sherrod Barnes has been a lot more aggressive on the offensive end. We saw him against De La Salle pulling up for a couple three-pointers early in the possession. I'm not sure if Todd Covert absolutely loves that, but you like to see him aggressive.
Struggled shooting in that game, 1 of 7, but as you mentioned, did so many other things well. This is Lee, kick to the corner, Swardini for 3, no. Big boy box out by Savory, gives the Eaglets the ball.
Yeah, good look at a 3 for Catholic Central there. Just didn't quite go down, but St. Mary's makes it real tough with that man-to-man defense that they play. Sticky.
Yeah, both teams top in the state, say in the top 5 in defensive efficiency early on. At least the metrics say that. Goose Poop putting out a report earlier last week that St. Mary's and CC were top 5. Trey for 3, Splash City, and the Eaglets have a quick 5 at home, up 5-0 on Catholic Central.
And that's why Trey's the equalizer, because it really doesn't matter how sticky you are on defense or how tight you play. He's got that step-back three-pointer. He's got all the tools.
Playing so well already this year. TJ Nadeau chopped that lettuce, told him it was a mistake before the ball game. He wore it well. Swardini, right side picked. Barnes on the run to the rack, laid it in, and the Eaglets are up a quick touchdown in Orchard Lake, and Torrey Jackson wants to talk it over. 7-0 Eaglets, 5:50 left. Back after this.
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Well, the Eaglets have come out running. Sherrod Barnes, a guy that can help you on defense, and Todd Cover says we want to get our offense from our defense, and that's a way to do it. Barnes has been a big part of the defensive misery that St. Mary's has caused other teams this year. CC trying to get on the board. Nadeau double team, finds the open man, and delivers to Sadiq for the lay-in.
Yeah, good timeout by Torrey Jackson there to get his team a little settled, draw up a nice play to get them on the scoreboard, because you don't want this to get out of hand way too early here in Orchard Lake.
CC opened the year with a win against Harper Woods. Took a loss in Game 2 to Dearborn. Didn't look great at the time, but it looks like the Pioneers are for real, and that loss doesn't look bad at all. Amene at the free throw line.
And, of course, they have that big win against Brother Rice. Brother Rice coach in the building this evening, watching both teams.
Yes, sir. Solid win against John Glenn. And then the heartbreaking loss to De La Salle. One of the 2 blemishes, 54-53 on that last-minute triple. Swardini to the hole, short corner right, floater over Savory is pretty. And don't look now, CC has cut it to within 3 with a quick 4-0 run.
Man, Swardini is kind of having his way over there in that corner. A nice fake there.
Reverse, blocked by Nadeau and saved to Sadiq.
A nice baseline cut by Savory, just unable to finish.
Nadeau had it knocked away. Trey down the runway, bam. 9-4 Eaglets. Trey has 5 of the 9 with 4:10 to go in the first.
Yeah, the Eaglets just pack in the lane anytime there's a drive by Catholic Central, and they're just active hands, got everybody out.
Tight man-to-man. That man has gotten loose tonight. Sadiq, he's got 4 of the 6. After an eaglet hit the deck, as Dick mentioned. Not sure why or how, but there was no foul called, so you play on in this league. Smythe to Smith. Short corner left, walled up nicely by Sadiq, and Smythe has to reset.
Yeah, there's some of that good defense we were talking about by Catholic Central.
Cross-court kick to Barnes, back to Smith, 4-3, no. But the ball movement is noted.
This is the matchup I've been wanting to see all game long, too. Sherrod Barnes taking on number 2, Amene.
It's a fun one. We'll see who else they may throw at Amene. He's a handful. So is this guy, Nadeau. Smith, one of the best to guard him. And Smith forces that out of bounds off of Savory, who says, I didn't touch it. Smitty with a little savvy move from behind.
Yeah, it looked like it bounced off Savory, but it also looked like it bounced back off him into Nadeau right there. Tough to tell from that angle, but the official's right there.
Yep. There's a foul. It's going to be a hold. It's going to go on Trey McKinney. That'll be his first and the first of the ball game for either team. Daniel Smythe will sit down. Isaiah Zip Hines will check in for the Eaglets of Orchard Lake. Semi-finalist a year ago under Todd Covert. What a run it was. 5 straight wins in the playoffs to get him to the Brez. Sadiq underneath, stolen away. Guess who? Barnes. Against 2, and he's fouled by one of them.
And that's where Sherrod Barnes is so dangerous. Not only does he get the steal, he's able to push it and lead the break. And then he gets down low and just uses his savviness right there. A little pump fake, keeps the pivot foot down, able to get himself to the line.
Yes, sir. He was good from the line on Friday night. 5 of 6 from the stripe. Eaglets by 3, 2:49 to go. Torrey Jackson about to go to his bench as well. He will check in Sam Howard, a senior. Sadiq will sit. St. Mary's has won 4 straight games. Their only loss was on the road at U of D. And every team in this league and this Central Division has taken a loss already. Some have played 2 games. Some have played 3. St. Mary's has played 3 league games. CC has played just 2. But CC's coming off maybe the biggest win of anybody, a win over Brother Rice.
And that's what makes this division so fun, is watching these teams play each other all season long. And then once they get into the state playoffs, everybody's battle tested.
You bet. That is a travel. Devin Lee, the junior guard / forward, little hop, skip, and jump, and Torrey Jackson's got some words for him. It's a good-looking move, but shuffle of the shoes late.
Yeah, but you're seeing St. Mary's drop 2 or 3 men down low every time there's a drive. A nice poke away right there.
First turnover of the game for St. Mary's, back the other way, and laid in by Sammy Howard, the senior. And it's a 1-possession game with 2 minutes left in the first.
And if you're CC, you got to feel really good about yourself right now. You survived that first 7-point onslaught. The timeout kind of settled everything down.
Savory to the hole, and he laid it in.
And that's where St. Mary's is going to have the advantage all game long. You look at CC's roster, they really don't have a guy that can match up with him on the block.
Not many can. He was not extremely effective on the offensive end on Friday, just 3 points. Howard on the perimeter. But that's the thing with the St. Mary's team, is Howard gets his 4th straight point, and the Shamrocks are within 3 with 90 seconds left in the first quarter. Trey pull-up, fouled. He'll go line right and try to get his 6th and 7th points.
Yeah, and that's a St. Mary's antidote right there. Whenever a stretch is going or you feel like momentum shifting, just toss it to Trey, let him get to that elbow area. And I talk about it all the time. It's usually about a 90% knockdown rate for him. This time he gets fouled and goes to the line.
Trey, one of the leaders on this team in the school, become a more vocal leader. Certainly a leader by what he does and his work ethic. One of the hardest workers, Todd Covert. He says he is the hardest worker I've ever been around. And Covert's been around a lot of good players. in his days as well as in his coaching days, playing and coaching here. And Trey, he says, beats them all. And he says it's with all due respect, but he just worked harder than everybody I've ever seen.
Well, the results show. It helps when you already have that initial talent, but when you got that work ethic, it just changes the game.
No doubt. Trey gets them both there. He indeed has 7 points to lead the building. Amene yet to get loose until now. Uchenna Amene for 3, Splash City. And with 60 seconds left in the quarter, we got a 2-point ball game.
Yeah, that was great defense by Sherrod Barnes. Hands up right in front of his face.
Trey with a fade float from 10, no problem. He's got 9. We're under 60 seconds in the first.
That's the thing with Trey. You watch him, he hits every single shot. He takes a shot from every spot on the court. I think it was on 100 I watched him take from that very spot.
That's right. Howard's hot, and they leave him wide open, and that's a mistake. Sam Howard, the microwave, with a quick 7 in 2 minutes. Wisniewski the other way is fouled, and Howard will keep himself in that scorebook.
I love that foul by Sam Howard, though. I mean, you're not going to give up an easy 2 to Wisniewski going to the rim like that. The guy's knocking down threes. He's getting poke-away steals, layups, and now potentially saving his team some points with a foul.
Wisniewski, a guy that was the only big last year really on this team and had to ride out the year as the only big. He's had the humility to come back off the bench this year as Savory has stepped to the forefront. He's a Division I prospect. And Savory and Wisniewski for the betterment of the team. Congratulations to Mason Wisniewski, as you see the replay there, for what he's done. He's committed to the Heidelberg. He's committed to Heidelberg. He's a part of Berg Nation, and he's excited. Going to play some great basketball in the conference down in Ohio. It's a Division III school, and it's a good one. Great academic institution as well. Congrats to Mason. Meanwhile, 2 free throws are made. It's a 2-point ball game after this thing was just tied. Seven of 9 is CC from the floor. St. Mary's 6 of 10. Amene looking to add to that. Missed the bunny, got it back and scored it. 2-1 tie game, half-court heave, no good. And this one's as good as advertised. After the early shot by the Eaglets, a 7-0 score, CC has responded. And we've got what we thought, a dandy in Orchard Lake. Thanks for watching. We're the Prep. Back after this.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
That's Torrey Jackson, 5th head coach in school history, and a guy that was hired back in May. Aaron Babbitt's really proud of this hire, and he should be. Jackson took his team last year to the Final Four in just 1 year, and quick work in Grand Blanc after taking over for the great Mike Thomas. He got him back to the Brez. This is a guy that knows how to win. He won at Saginaw Buena Vista High School, 2 state titles at BV. He's the 5th all-time leading scorer in state history with over 2,500 points. Went to Notre Dame, was all Big East, and would go on to play in the G League for a bit for the Fort Wayne Mad Ants. And he played a second half of a game against UConn, he said, with one eye being poked out. The other eye, he said, didn't work. And he played that game against UConn, and they won it. He hit clutch free throws. He says, I don't know how I did it. Swardini to the rack, and he lays it in. This is Asher Swardini, just a sophomore. Watch out for this kid.
Yeah, he is sneaky once he gets into that lane.
Trey, shake, bake, elbow, J, yep.
And
back and forth we go.
There's just not much you can do if you're Nadeau on that. He stayed with them the whole way. And honestly, when you're looking at those two D'd up next to each other, they got similar body types, both thick guys.
They do. The offense picking up, and Amene attacking the glass. We're tied at 22-all in the second. The Deuces are wild in Orchard Lake. Wisniewski down the avenue with a lay-in. How about that little pick and roll?
Yeah, nice drop off by Zip Hines there, and a great cut by Wisniewski.
We were told the defenses were going to be the headliner tonight. How about the offenses in this second quarter?
Oh, and what you're seeing is early attacks in the offensive sets, and that's what's been successful for both sides.
Man, you're not lying. Swardini against Aiden Hanks, who's checked in. Savory takes a seat. So 3 reserves, 2 starters. Smythe, one of those starters. He comes out to check Amene. Check that Lee, rather. Sam Howard, who's been hot with 7 points in like 7 seconds. Deals low to Nadeau. Good catch. Tough shot. And the Eaglets have really done well on number 22 in blue. He's scoreless.
But see what I'm saying? Whenever any team has to work their offense, they're not really getting a good shot. You got to attack both these teams early while the defense is out of position.
You bet. Trey against Nadeau tries to find Wisniewski. Gets it in the air, gets up, and gets down. Eaglets by 4. Wisniewski with 4. And we've got a warning afterwards. Wisniewski's got a little habit of slamming that ball down. He's an emotional kid and adds a little extra something here.
Yeah, we saw that last game, too, against De La Salle. He didn't get warned or anything, but this time wasn't as demonstrative either. The last one went about 20 feet in the air, but definitely the official stepping in. I'm surprised he didn't get a straight-up tech. Good job by the official.
They'll get him out of there before he jumps out of the gym.
And he got his palms in the air like, what? What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Listen, if I could dunk, I'd do the same.
That's right. So Savory checks back in. Sherrod Barnes checks back in. He's out there with Amene now. Eaglets by 4. We've been tied a couple of times. Eaglets' largest lead was 7. Howard against Smythe. And that's knocked away by Zip, but taken back by Swardini. Amene, no. Trey on the run, 3-on-3. The night train down the avenue. And he gets the foul, and Torrey Jackson can't believe it.
But that's what Trey will do to you. You think it's a mismatch. He's 1-on-2 right now, and he's too strong for both those guys. He's going to force the foul. Nice rebound here by Trey, and there you go once again. Can't say enough about him being able to push the ball down the court like that.
No doubt.
But Sam Howard has been really impressive. The one thing with him, though, is it looks like he constantly goes to his left. He's a left-handed dominant player. That last possession, they were able to force him to go right, and it kind of loused up his shooting. And yes, I did say loused, thanks to my grandmother.
By the way, we wish your mother, Dawn Day, all the best in her recovery from her surgery today.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you bet. She's a big supporter, and we
Yeah,
hope she recovers quickly.
I sent her the link, and she's still in the hospital, so I don't think she's going to be able to watch right now, but she'll watch when she gets home tonight.
Yeah, we know she will. Hope she's doing well. Nadeau topside against McKinney. Spins, drops it down, and Zip steals it again. That's his 3rd swipe already. He's going down the avenue. Fader shot. No. Sadiq with a rebound. Here comes CC down 6. 4.5 left until the break.
Yeah, that was a big miss right there for Orchard Lake St. Mary's to go up 8 and almost 10 after that. Big deal in this ballgame. Keeping it at 6. CC knocks down to 3. It's a 1-possession game.
Amene from the corner made it last time from there. Gets another chance here. 2-teamed and comes away with it and hopes to reset somehow, some way. Zip all over Swardini. Big boy pick by Sadiq. Sam Howard draws the foul on Savory on that baseline.
Yeah, Sam Howard has been pushing the action, but there, once again, you see him dribbling to his left. And that time, Savory, he was up and down, but he was definitely up in the air and moving, and you're going to get called for that foul every single time.
Yeah. They say you got to stand straight up. Howard misses the free throw. St. Mary's by 6. St. Mary's and Brother Rice will play on Friday at the Arena at Oakland U.
Greg Campy stomping grounds.
Oh, yeah. It should be called Campy U.
He's such a fun guy to interview and talk to.
I think it's Campy Court, but soon enough, that'll be Campy Arena, you would think. Substitution, Zip Hines will check out. Andrew Smith, the senior commit to Northwood, will check back in. And so this is the starting 5 back on the floor for St. Mary's. Trey's been the show, no surprise, he's got 13. And he finds the corner. Barnes, 3, back iron, no. Nadeau pressured at midcourt. Corner, kick, 3, Lee, no. Trey with a rebound.
I think that's the highest I've seen Trey go on a rebound.
Sherrod to Savory on that baseline. Hop, skip, jump, and a foul.
He jumped over Sherrod Barnes to get that into the lane.
It's interesting.
I mean, you got to use what's in front of you and might as well use your teammate that's on the ground, making sure the defenders can't get close. Well, my goodness. You see Sherrod Barnes with a nice take, nice dish out. Savory using his strength that just hops over Sherrod Barnes and decides to take it up.
This is one of the better athletes in the state of Michigan. And this is a young man that started his career at Renaissance High School in Detroit. Had to sit out last year due to an MHSA ruling. Waited his time. Said, I'll try my hand at football. Let me see how I could do at football. I haven't played it ever, but wonder how I could do. Well, he's earned Division I scholarships.
That's an unbelievable story.
Arizona State has offered. Several MACs have offered. That was really before he'd even played a high school football game. And they've come and added on. But it was all basketball until this fall. Shot up good, and the foul through contact. Amene with a hoop and harm. When CC needed it the most, this would be big here to convert.
Yeah, and I think we've already seen it all game long. CC is not going anywhere. They are not intimidated by Orchard Lake St. Mary's, and at some positions it looks like they have the advantage. They've definitely been hitting big shots when needed.
You got it. 4-point game, 3 minutes left. Eaglets coming off the big win Friday over De La Salle. De La Salle and UAD going at it tonight. JMO's got a scoring update for us soon. Smythe down to Savory, and that is a foul. And that is a textbook pick and roll, and that's how you run it. Look at that. That is pretty. We saw that from St. Mary's earlier tonight, too.
The entire bench from CC is on their feet right now, wanting a charge on that, and that is a tough call if you're Catholic Central. It looks like he was set and in position, but Savory got the benefit of the doubt being the aggressive player, and he's going to the line.
Since the Eaglets lost to UAD on the road by 5, they've gone on a run, knocking off Beecher, University Prep, Warren Lincoln, and De La Salle on Friday. Trying to win their 5th straight tonight against the Shamrocks from Detroit Catholic Central. Missed free throw there. Eaglet shooting 63% from the floor, 1 of 4 from downtown, 9 of 10 from the free throw line. Meanwhile, Catholic Central not bad, 11 of 19, make it 12 of 20 with the Amene lay-in. How about Amene? He's got 10 to lead the way for the Shamrocks, make it a dozen. And here they come, down just 3. The Shamrocks with 2:15 to go, getting into their defensive stances. Trey to silence it, no good. Howard with a rebound, and here come CC, who could tie it with a triple.
Yeah, that last take by Amene was so impressive. A, because he did it against Sherrod Barnes, but he was able to keep the ball in his right hand and lay it up off the backboard. He is looking to be locked in this game.
Amene. Backdoor. Sam Howard rejected by Smith. Andrew Smith with a block. Zip Hines in. Savory will check out. Savory checks out because of the foul situation.
Nice backdoor cut here by Sam Howard, and Savory with the block.
TJ Nadeau for 3, and we're tied at 31.
And it's only a matter of time before Nadeau gets going. This is going to be a fun battle all night long here in Orchard Lake.
His first points of the night ties it up. 85 seconds left in the first half. Trey from distance, Splash City. The quick answer by number 1. He's got 16. And watch out, this thing's turned into a slugfest.
Yeah, Trey McKinney, last time down the court, kind of forced a three-point shot. That time he was able to set his feet, square his shoulders, and knock one down to take the lead for St. Mary's.
3-ball, Amene with the answer. What a battle. Man, the stars shining bright tonight in Northern Oakland County.
Amene has such a high release. It's a beautiful shot to watch. This is a fun basketball game.
Really is. Clean basketball game. How about 4 turnovers for CC, just 1 for St. Mary's.
It's an interesting matchup right here. Some ISO with Zip Hines on Nadeau.
Eaglets might want to try to attack from here or run some more time.
Looks like they're interested in taking the last possession into the locker room.
See if Torrey Jackson doesn't switch out on this. And Todd Covert wants to set up the last set. Want to tell you about our great friends at Success Mortgage Partners. In today's ever-changing real estate and mortgage lending world, the importance of a true professional has never been higher. At Success Mortgage Partners, our mission is for every borrower to receive level 10 service, and our goal is to get you the lowest rate possible. We want you to have an experience of a lifetime. Navigating a turbulent market like this, it needs to be handled by a real professional. So call Todd Barr at 734-674-6154 and put 20 years of local knowledge to use for you and your family. Success Mortgage Partners Incorporated, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS ID number 130562. Welcome back to Orchard Lake on the beautiful campus of Orchard Lake St. Mary's. We've got a scoring update from a game being played. It's Livonia Stevenson and Dearborn. This is a KLAA battle, and Stevenson is losing. It's a 50-24 score at halftime. Dearborn, we've got ranked in our top 10. And Alex Westfall just shaking his head. His Spartans have been tough. We try to get him on the prep, Alex. And the Pilots have a 2-point lead at halftime. It's the Pilots 22, the Cubs, the UAD 20 at the break in Warren. Right now, 16.8 seconds left. It's Smythe, Hines, Barnes, Smith, and Trey McKinney for St. Mary's in a tie game at 34.
And you see Catholic Central switch to a 2-3 zone.
St. Mary's is led by 7 to start the game. CC has never led. Trey, elbow, jumper at the horn, got it with 4 seconds left. Trey has 18, 1 second left. Amene, no good. What a game. 70 points put up in this first half, Stick. Thoughts on the first 16 minutes?
I mean, it's everything we thought it was going to be coming into the game. 2 of the top teams in the Central Division going at it, and the Stars have come out to play tonight. Sherrod Barnes has done his thing. Trey McKinney, Nadeau has done his thing. Amene's look good. It's going to be a fun game in this second half.
Stick around. We've got highlights, stats, and much, much more. Scores from around the state and our top 10 coming up. We're the Prep. Thanks for watching. Back after these.
From an ordinary idea comes a great journey. It all starts with a simple thought, a vision of something bigger, greater than what already exists. It's that spark that ignites the passion and drive to create something truly amazing. At G-Brand, we understand this journey well. We take pride in the details and perfecting every aspect of the process, regardless of how small or big they may be. Because it's more than just a design or a shirt. It's about outfitting future champions. There's something to be said about a team coming together, each member contributing their unique skills, talents, and ideas. It's that collective effort, that takes a simple idea and turns it into something truly great. The process can be excruciating, with countless hours spent tirelessly reviewing every detail. But the end result is pure and so rewarding, knowing that we've created something that will inspire greatness in those who wear it. Whether they come from a savage land or a booming metropolis, whether their numbers are 2 or 2 billion, the greatest their numbers could ever become is truly to become one. That's why at G-Brand, we're more than just a clothing company. We're a movement, a community of like-minded individuals who believe in the power of coming together to make a difference. So join us on this journey as we strive to outfit future champions and inspire greatness in all that we do. G-Brand. Now that's game.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
Does your bank make you feel like you belong there? At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, you are a member of a financial institution that serves the Catholic community, providing you with an opportunity to align your banking with your Catholic identity. You receive all the products and services you need to manage your money, and your membership helps support Catholic schools, parishes, and organizations. It's time to put your money where your faith is. Visit AllianceCatholic.com to get started today. Service, community, Catholic. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Every morning, I woke up with stabbing pain in my feet. Plantar fasciitis, the doctor called it. All I know is it really hurt. One visit to fix my feet today and the pain was gone. And even better, the custom arch supports I got worked in all my shoes.
Don't wait. End your foot pain now. Call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. We all know that our wives and daughters deserve special attention, but that's especially true when it comes to their knees. Do you know that females are at a 2 to 5 times risk compared to their male counterparts when it comes to blowing out their knees? It doesn't seem fair, but it's true. The reasons include the way females are made and the way they fire their muscles. But fortunately, there are injury prevention programs out there that can greatly decrease this risk of injury. And if you do know a female who blows out her ACL, don't despair. We have neat, innovative, minimally invasive ways to fix their knees and get them back onto the field. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
There's just one place where students are students first. and athletics are played with purpose and perspective, that place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
Well, yes, we'd love for you to follow us, like us, share us, and email us if you wish. Comments, compliments, criticisms, whatever. We're just happy you're watching and listening. But most of all, if you could please do us a favor if you haven't already and just subscribe. It's free on the YouTube channel that you're watching. We appreciate that. Also on our socials tonight, we've got some activity going on. We've got the Twitter, the Gram, Facebook, TikTok. We got to get LinkedIn on there. LinkedIn, Christian Jackson tells me we got to stay on it. So I'm on it, and you should be too. We're on LinkedIn. If you'd like to email us for anything, you want to be a sponsor, you want to broadcast, hey, we're open for business. We'd love to have you join our family. info@theprepsports.com. Welcome back to Orchard Lake. St. Mary's with a 36-34 lead over Detroit Catholic Central. Here's some highlights from the first half. A half that St. Mary's started off on fire. They led 7-0, and this man, number one of the top players in the country, undecided, 35 offers. Sherrod Barnes, the distance, playing great defense stick. It was all part of a half that saw some things going back and forth all half long, and it turned into an offensive battle at one point.
Yeah, the shots just kept going down for both teams, and it's kind of been the Amene versus McKinney show. Amene with 15 points, 6 of 12 shooting, and then Trey McKinney, 6 of 8 shooting for 18 points. Really the biggest difference that I could see in that first half for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. A couple more rebounds and a couple more assists. 6 assists, 4 assists, and St. Mary's was able to protect the basketball a little bit better. Only 1 turnover to 4 for Catholic Central, but there you get another look at Trey McKinney stepping back, dropping down that big three-pointer to go ahead 3 after Nadu hit his. And it's just been this guy nonstop, hitting beautiful shots, hitting drivers to the lane. He is doing it all for Catholic Central right now. And honestly, the spark plug for Catholic Central in that first half, Sam Howard came off the bench, scored a quick 7 points, and he's definitely put his imprint on this game. So we got a lot of basketball ahead of us. This one is so far from being decided.
Yes, sir. Good analysis there. Just 1 turnover for St. Mary's in the first half. Pretty impressive. 4 for CC. That really hasn't been a factor. The defenses at times have been a factor, but it's been impressive how the offenses have come together. We've got some shout-outs to get to. Miss Kelly Garbig, the fine athletic trainer in her 23rd year, I believe. She's got a lot of friends in Ohio. I know the Ohio jokes. I get it. But they're big supporters of the Prep, and we really do appreciate her mama, Jaylene Garbig, listening tonight and watching tonight in Ohio. And her sister, Leslie, we wish a speedy recovery to. We talked about your mom, Dawn. We hope Leslie gets a speedy recovery as well. And also, we got a state House representative from Ohio in the house, Mr. Jim Beakey. And he's watching. He's friends with Jaylene. And we thank them for watching. Meanwhile, Jaden Savory gets loose underneath. and does Jaden Savory-like things.
Yeah, and the second half starts out just like the first half with a Savory bucket.
That's how everything got started. 7-0 St. Mary's lead. There's a steal. Smith on the run, and he'll lay it in. So St. Mary's with a quick 4 out of the gates. They're +6. Their largest lead all night has been 7 with 7:20 left in the third.
Almost identical to the start of the game, too. I mean, if you're Orchard Lake St. Mary's, you'll take a quick 7 spot here in the second half.
No doubt. Brother Rice was the last victim for Catholic Central. Their biggest win of the year. How would they respond against St. Mary's? Well, they've been very competitive. Swardini for 3,
Swardini's got a fun game to watch. He can dribble that ball like it's on a string.
Barnes missed the shot, got his own miss, and lost it out of bounds back to the Shamrocks.
Yeah, Sherrod Barnes there. He double clutched his shot. He could tell it was going to be short. Rushed in, got the rebound, and then kind of dribbled it off his leg. Not a great offensive series for Sherrod Barnes on that one.
Yes, sir.
Also got to give a shout out to everybody in your chat right now talking. Love to see the good sportsmanship in the chat. Both sides represented.
Anybody notable we should shout out?
Everybody in the chat is notable.
I like that. I like that. Everybody gets a trophy, huh? Swardini on the right. In the chat, anyway. There's only one G of the game. We stay true to that. There's a near steal by Barnes again.
Shamrock ball out of bounds on the side.
Look at that, Alex Westfall throwing up a
Westfall's
poll in the chat. Yeah, throwing up a poll. Who's going to win, OLSM or CC? Got 9 votes already. 67% going towards Orchard Lake St. Mary's right now.
Okay, we'll stay tuned to that. I like an active chat. We'll shout folks out if they earn it. Uchenna Amene has already earned a state title. He's got some bling. He got that a few years ago. And Trey couldn't stop the train on the tracks. Nadeau takes a seat. That'll be Trey's second foul, says Pat the Stat, with 6:04 to go in the third.
Well, you know, when Nadeau's out there, you got to respect that jump shot, and you got to close on it. And Trey McKinney bit, but that's okay. It's better than him getting a wide-open 3 because you know that man can knock it down from anywhere. And he hasn't gotten really going in this game yet. He's only has 3 points.
That's right. Swardini, a little left-hand magic, no. Smythe with a rebound, ahead to Barnes, to the hole, got it. Nobody's catching Barnes in the open court. The Eaglets have their largest lead of the night. They're +8 in Orchard Lake.
Yeah, crafty take by Sherrod Barnes.
And the guy who hit the game winner against Rice on Thursday cans a triple to quiet the crowd. We'll take a timeout with him. 5:34 to go. Amene keeping the rocks around. Don't go anywhere. We're the Prep.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
Catholic Central, yes sir, 1,100 students or so. Private all-boys state title in 1961. They knocked off Muskegon Heights 75-53. Tom Lagarde, a guy you should know, played at North Carolina, All-American, and won a championship with the Supersonics. Some recruits on this club, you bet. Nadeau, Howard, and also Amene, who was just offered by Macomb. Great dish. Barnes got loose under, couldn't find it. Stuffed by the rim. That time is Sadiq is stuffed by Savory. 35-31, the Pilots of De La Salle and Warren with a 4-point lead over U of D. Trey steps back and quenches from 16. He's got 18, and the Eaglets are +7 with 5 to go in the third.
Yeah, he is so dangerous from that elbow position. It's almost automatic, and it's almost unfair.
Amene underneath in a tough spot. Great defense by Savory running the court. Barnes on the run to the hole. No. And Savory over the back. But they're going to get Amene with a late call. They didn't get the over the back. They got Amene. It was just an untimed call. And we'll see if Torrey Jackson has an argument here.
Yeah, it may have been a low box out or something. I didn't really get a good look at it from where we're sitting, but here's a replay of it. Sherrod misses.
Amene didn't touch him.
That's a tough call on Amene.
Now, you might have an argument. You might have an argument on Sadiq. Can we see that one more time? But Amene doesn't touch him. And for Amene, it is just his first foul. And that would have been Sadiq's third. So we'll see if they didn't change that, because Sadiq checks out. But was there a slight touch to the back?
I mean, they sent Sherrod Barnes to the line, so it had to be on the take. So, yeah, that was not on Amene.
Yeah.
Either way, Sherrod knocked down the free throws. St. Mary's 7-point lead.
How about the free throws tonight? The Eaglets are 12 of 14 from the stripe. That's dribbled out of bounds and turned over. Torrey Jackson with a talking to his point guard right there, Uchenna Amene, who had the game winner against Rice back on Thursday night. Rice, by the way, would go on to lose again on Saturday. And it was no shame in the loss they took on Saturday, by the way. It was at a neutral site. It was at Albion, and it was against East Kentwood, a school that we'll be at for 7 games next Saturday.
The officials going over to the score table and correcting the score that's on the scoreboard, so ours matches it now. St. Mary's by 9.
Largest lead of the game. Trey fading away. Smitty, rebound, no. But Barnes for 3. Splash City. That's a dagger. Eaglets by a dozen, and Torrey Jackson wants timeout in Orchard Lake. Things starting to slip away. Can the Shamrocks hang on? A lot of chicken left on the bone. Don't you dare go anywhere. We're the Prep. Thanks for watching.
Years of playing sports took a toll on my feet. The worst was the tear in my Achilles tendon. I went to Fix My Feet today, and I've been pain-free for 2 years. I'm back to pickleball 5 days a week. Amazing.
I've been fixing foot pain for decades. Don't give up hope. Call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
Ah, yes, Todd Covert in his 9th year. Also the vice chancellor at Orchard Lake. Does a lot of things there, does them well. Nearing 130 victories now for Todd. Coaching his alma mater, proud alma mater, class of 92. All-state golfer here, notable seasons last year. How about it? Semi-finalist. And boy, if they could have played out that 2020 year where they were 21-1. Oh, that they feel could have been the year. No one will ever know, but Covert says it doesn't matter. We'll move on and try to get one ourselves. That's a fresh move from Nadeau with a freshly chopped lettuce. TJ's got 4. He's had a quiet night, but he's got the rocks within 10.
And that was the first time you really saw him super assertive on the block there, so that may be something that CC's looking to exploit here.
Talk about assertive on the block. Savory got it swatted by Nadeau. Couldn't finish. Right block, fine move. Lee got loose and got a bad luck roll, and that popped out.
Yeah.
He's had a quiet night too.
I was going to say he has really struggled tonight with a total of 0 points, I believe, so far.
You were correct, sir. Kick, corner, Smith, and he couldn't handle it. Took his eyes off of the pill.
Yeah, that's when the coach wants you to use two hands. He just reached out there with his left hand and ball kind of ricocheted off it. So now we'll see what Amene can do. He's got to get hot here to keep CC in this ball game.
Amene against Zip Hines now, who's checked in. Make it Barnes, rather. And that is a too close for comfort foul.
And that's what Amene's shown me a lot tonight. We talk about Sherrod Barnes, how he's one of the better on-the-ball defenders, and Amene has taken him to the hole a couple times.
There you see Bob Piles. That's the headmaster of Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Officer Tracy in the background, doing a great job at the prep. Timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here. Bob Piles runs a school that is co-divisional, 826 students. 7-1 are the Eaglets, founded all the way back in 1885. Notable seasons, well, how about 4 state titles? Last in 2000. They were runners-up in 1994. They'll honor that team in a week or two. And a guy that was in the building last Friday night, Kalen Lucas. K-Luke, an 07 grad, Big Ten Player of the Year in 2009. And a guy that's bounced around a bit in the NBA and playing some professional basketball all across the world, doing great things. And a proud alum, Kalen Lucas. And several prospects on this team, not just Trey McKinney. Talk about Wisniewski and Savory and Daniel Smythe, Sherrod Barnes. The list goes on. Andrew Smith and many others. There's some younger players that are not playing this year, but certainly notable. A couple of guys, Peyton Kemp and Quincy Wright, both freshmen. And notable freshmen who we may see this year. Howard for 3, Splash City. How about number 4? Sam Howard has 11 off the bench on a perfect 4 of 4 from the floor into it downtown.
Yeah, where would CC be without Sam Howard tonight? He has come off the bench with that left-handed stroke and done amazing things for them.
Back to within 7. Sherrod down the avenue, back to Savory from distance, short. Trey with a rebound, Trey with a putback, and a bucket, and a flex to go with it. Trey has 22, and the Eaglets are back up 9 with 2 to go in the third.
Yeah, Trey McKinney just showing that man strength. I mean, you look at him compared to anybody else on the court, and he's just thicker than everybody.
Had 20 points and 9 rebounds against De La Salle on Friday. Barnes leads the break. Hines to the rack. Layup good. Eaglets by 11, scoring in transition, and they've got the athletes to do it.
Yeah, and that's where St. Mary's gets really dangerous, when they can turn that defense into offense, because they can score in bunches.
Lee for 3. Zip Hines, the transfer from Dakota, on the run. To Trey, hop, skip, jump, feed to the corner. Smythe, 4-3, Splash City for Bugs. Eaglets have opened up their largest lead of 14 on the Daniel Smythe triple with 60 seconds left in the third.
And that shot was from behind the backboard. He lost the dribble a little bit, got buried in the corner, and still was able to knock that shot down.
The triple for Smythe is first of the game. Under a minute to go. Shot up good, and the foul. And Amene doing work tonight in OL. Has another bucket. Give him 20 and the bonus.
Yeah, he has just been impressive. No matter who you put on him, he's willing to take them to the rim, and he's got the skill set to do it. Long arms, big physique, able to take his man down low every single time. Doesn't really matter who St. Mary's is throwing at him. Amene now with 20 points after that. Make it 21 now to go against Trey McKinney's 22. Those two have been going at it all night long. It's been fun to watch those two scorers do what they do.
Really has, Stick. Eaglets shooting 59% from the floor. Shamrock's 51%. Eaglets by 11. Smythe off a screen, trying to get him hot. Double teamed, in trouble, no problem. Savory resets. Eaglets want that double-digit lead into the fourth. Will they double Trey? Now they will. Trey takes it anyway. Missed shot, Smitty in the corner. Shot short or pass short, and that's it. And that's all in the third. Eaglets by 11. They increase that lead just a little bit. Nothing's comfortable tonight, though, in this battle of the CHSL Central Division. We're the Prep. Thanks for watching. Back after these. Have you checked out the HVAC lately? No, not your heating and cooling system, but the brand new state-of-the-art Huron Valley Athletic Complex in Milford. HVAC is home to baseball, softball, basketball, soccer, adult sports, preschool sports, flag football, pickleball, athletic performance, and so much more. St. Mary's head baseball coach Nick DePonio leads an all-star staff at HVAC with top-notch facilities dedicated to all athletes. Come check out the HVAC and see why they are Southeast Michigan's premier multi-sport training facility. Oh yeah, it's tight. The Central Division of the CHSL. Eaglets, Brother Rice tied at 2-1. UAD right there. They've got a win against St. Mary's. Catholic Center's got a win against Brother Rice. And De La Salle has a win against CC. Everybody beating up on everybody. The Toledo schools not too shabby themselves. We saw St. John Jesuit stick. They're 8-3, 1-1 in the league. And Catholic Central and DeSales will have something to say about that as well.
Yeah, it's so fun to watch these Ohio teams integrate themselves into the Catholic League Central. What a rude awakening of coming into this division, but they held their own in football.
I'd say so. Toledo Central Catholic, not Catholic Central, Central Catholic, dominated. That shot banked up no, and that is out of bounds. I love what the Catholic League did. Shout out to Vic Michaels for adding those Toledo schools. It has added quite a bit of value so far early on. So was Amene tonight. His value off the charts for the Shamrocks.
Yeah, I'm not sure how he wasn't called the last one to touch it, but I think it was one of those foul or possession situations, and they decided to give CC the possession.
Fair enough. And they do know where to go against Smith. It's been a lot of Amene tonight. And Sam Howard with 11 off the bench. Nobody else has been consistently scoring, though.
This is one of the few times Trey hasn't been guarded, number 22 for Catholic Central, so I would have thought he'd take advantage of that matchup.
Swardini for three. Splash City. 7 for Ashton, who's been quiet since the first, but he awakens this Eaglet crowd.
Yeah, he had a nice first quarter working that baseline.
Backdoor cut, Sherrod sharing the sugar, and Trey didn't finish. Didn't miss the finish, rather. He finished. He may not have finished with a slam, but he finished.
Yeah, it was a great backdoor cut. Sherrod finded him. Here's the guy that can knock down a three anytime, though.
They do off the mark. He was very good against John Glenn from downtown in that game. TJ 4 of 6 from distance.
Well, give credit to Trey McKinney, too. You know, we talk about his offense all the time, but he's the one that has pretty much been squared up on Nadeau the whole game long, and he's made it difficult.
Smith will check out. Good ball out of bounds play. Amene to Lee, and that gets CC within 8 points with 6.5 left.
And maybe that gets Lee going. Sometimes all you need to do is see that ball go through the hoop. He's had a rough game so far.
First points of the night. Trey lost it. Savory's got his back and a double team. And they do steals. 3-on-2. Howard short with it. And Savory got hit. No foul called, but now a whistle to stop action. Meanwhile, Torrey Jackson back the other way wanted the call, didn't get it. He's irate. And away we go. A lot to look at here.
Yeah, and I wonder what the call is. Did they just stop play for an injury timeout?
I think so.
They didn't call a foul on anybody. There's the no call on CC. Then Savory comes down with it. Nadeau smartly goes after the ball.
Yeah. So Savory shaking out the cobwebs. St. Mary's by 8 against Catholic Central. CC won both games last year. In Orchard Lake on the 10th of February. Barnes misses from short, but drew the foul on Howard.
And I'll tell you, Torrey Jackson right now just ran down to Jermaine Gonzalez and said something to him.
They've been talking all game.
Yep.
Gonzalez. There's that Eaglet bench, and there's Torrey Jackson.
Yeah, he has not been happy with the way this game has been officiated. But even on that call, if they don't call that foul, Sherrod's getting the rebound and putting it right back in. You almost prefer to get that foul at that point.
Spirit fingers in the air. Torrey Jackson, coach in the Saginaw Valley League last year. We'll see Grand Blanc, the team he coached for, in the Gotta Get It Classic next Saturday. Free throws are good, and the Eaglets continue to be solid from the stripe. They're 14 of 16 in this game. They were very good also against De La Salle. 14 of 17. That's been impressive. Not to be overlooked. Topside three, no. Savory the other way.
Yeah, and that was the guy you needed to get going for CC. You thought after that nice inbounds play would have found his rhythm a little bit, but that shot looked way off.
Indeed. It's a Catholic Central team that blew out Lansing Waverly. That shot blocked from behind. A Mene King. Lee on the run. Kick, Swardini, three, got it. Down to a 7-point game. Swardini's been something from distance. He's got 3 triples and 10 points. And a new ball game at Orchard Lake with under 5 to go.
Yeah, and it's been a great team performance by Catholic Central. You know, Swardini's had his moments. We talked about Sam Howard, and of course Amene doing his thing all night long. There you get an interesting call on Trey McKinney trying to cut through, and Nadeau gets in the way. But here you get a look at Trey McKinney trying to take it strong, but 2 CC defenders right there to knock it down. And you follow it up with this big three-pointer.
I'm going to tell my kids I blocked Trey McKinney. Bugsy Smythe, baseline shot, good. How about the reverser from Smythe attacking the 10?
Yeah, that is not what you normally expect out of Smythe. He's normally a knock-dead three-point shooter, but that was a nice reverse.
Trying to get through that screen. Couldn't do it. Amene misses. Eaglets by 9, 4:20 left.
St. Mary's getting real deliberate bringing that ball up the court.
They do with a hold. That's his second straight foul and consecutive trips. He's got 3. Amene to restrain him from the official. It's been a frustrating night, but this is no time to get a tee, and Torrey Jackson senses it.
Yeah, and they do saying he's kind of swimming over me every time, and that's how he's going to try to get his position down low. But that's why it's frustrating going against a guy like Trey McKinney, who's just bigger and stronger than you.
Inbound Savory. No, got it back. Missed the rebound. Put back. Nadeau with the board. Amene stripped and regathers. And Nadeau and Barnes. And Nadeau going after Barnes. And things are getting hot. And those cheeks getting a little rosier on Mr. Nadeau.
Well, you could tell Nadeau on the other end was not happy with the way Trey McKinney's been treating him down low. Then Sherrod Barnes gets a little physical. And he is definitely inside his emotions right now.
No doubt.
Coach having to put his hand over his mouth. They wonder what he was saying for the coach to have that type of reaction.
Yeah, the officials are going to talk about this. Teams are going to separate. Here's another look at it. Yeah, Barnes kind of hooked him and fouled him firmly.
Yeah, honestly, he's lucky Sam Howard was there to stop him, because I don't know if he would have had the strength to pull himself back of walking up on Sherrod Barnes right there. And Sherrod's known as a physical defender. But this is what you're going to get. You want to tell me both these teams don't care about winning right now? You want to tell me that CC doesn't want to continue that 2-game winning streak they have against Orchard Lake St. Mary's going into last year?
You're not lying. Officials sorting it out.
So they call double technicals.
Okay. CC basketball. And the foul, that is the fourth on Nadeau. He's got 4. So that's a big extra foul for Nadeau in this game. Into the contest comes James Werner, the junior guard. Amene against Barnes. Oh, what a battle it's been, and they'll get the reach in on Barnes. That'll be his 4th. So now Barnes with 4, Nadeau with 4 in this 9-point game with under 4 minutes to go. And Todd Covert with a chance, with a decision to make here. Here's another look at the hold, and it was a foul.
Yeah, Sherrod's, he reaches in, he takes those risks. That's why he has so many steals on the season. But the next foul, CC's going to be shooting 2.
Yes, sir. Nadeau fouled by Savory.
Oh, wow.
Shooting foul. That's number 4 on Savory. 3 rather. Sorry. Thank you.
This is a tough call on Jaden Savory. He was just moving with them the entire time. Seems like the officials rewarded Nadeau for his little outburst.
Yeah. There you see the top 10 in the NPR released this week. St. Mary's, Catholic Central, Saline, North Farmington. Now this is based on the opponent's strength of schedule, your opponent's strength of schedule. There's a lot of factors here. You might say, well, why is this rigged? You guys do a lot of St. Mary's games. No, it's not. This is a Division I league, statewide MRP that came out. And it just so happens St. Mary's and CC are 1 and 2 in this poll. So interesting.
Well, when you play the schedule that both these teams play, it's going to wind up that way, because this factors in strength of schedule, what you've held your opponents to, how many points you score. So there's a lot more to it than just wins and losses.
That's right. So TJ Nadeau gets a tough luck pop out. 8-point St. Mary's lead, 3:35 left. And the 75th meeting all time between these two schools.
And it's amazing. We called last week's game when De La Salle and St. Mary's, where they made 78 times, and it was 39-39.
Deadlocked. That was tight series all around. Zip Hines in the paint for a floater. St. Mary's back up by double digits with 3 to go. Hines with 6. Savory with a swat. Amene back to Nadeau for 3.
Trey McKinney smartly grabs the rebound and slows it down for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Starting to see Catholic Central press a little bit. This may lead to some wide open layups.
Todd Covert wants to talk it over. We're back in 30 seconds with 2:40 left. Eaglets by 10 over the Shamrocks. We're the Prep.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores! and it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure, steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown, Warriors. What a cut. Want to give a freaky fast shout out to the Jimmy Johns at the corner of Square Lake and Telegraph in Bloomfield for feeding our crew tonight and so many nights. We appreciate our great new partners at the Tomei Group. It's always fresh, always fast and delicious at Jimmy John's. The Tomei Group has 45 Jimmy John locations in and around Metro Detroit, and they never disappoint. Thank you to Anthony Tomei, a proud grad of Detroit Catholic Central, for their patronage support. And Jimmy John's delicious subs. I had the turkey tom today. That was delicious. Stick, you?
Yeah, I had the turkey one as well, and a ham, and then Mr. Fish over here to my right took the meat out, then just ate the cheese and the bread, because that bread is delicious.
It is good.
So, yeah, a little cheese bread action for Fish.
Well, he's a vegetarian, or just you don't like meat, or just weird?
Just a strange guy.
Okay, all the above. We love Fish, and I love his new vest.
Yes.
The vest is key.
Very Marty McFly.
Yeah. We're going to have to get a Prep logo on that thing. Sherrod kicked a savory, tough catch, somehow saved it. Ahead of the pack off the bench is Alec Ford. He got swatted, but right there to put it back is Devin Lee, the junior guard. And this is an 8-point game with 2:12 to go.
Yeah, and if you're Savory, you kind of don't even want to save that basketball. You led to a CC run out. Just kind of take the loss and then reset your defense.
Yep. Hines against Ford, getting the Eaglet crowd and student section a bit excited. My goodness.
We used to watch a young man named Maurice Seawright do that back in the 2000s, cross people over and get them to fall through their ankles. And you get a little aggression foul after that. I mean, there was some hand checking going on, but that's what Zip's known for, his ball handling ability.
So free throws, yeah, Zip has got it on a yo-yo. What a night it's been for the Eaglets again at the stripe. They've been so good this year. 15 of 17 stick for 88% in this game. Meanwhile, Catholic Central's been to the line 6 times and made 4 of them.
That's quite the disparity of free throws. But when you look at the fouls, they're pretty even. So St. Mary's haven't come really on the shot.
Right. Both teams are in the double bonus. Eaglets by 10. Shamrocks need to work quick with under 2 to go. Swardini misses the banker. And Trey will try to salt this thing away.
Trey just gave up an open layup right there. He was able to blow by Nadeau, and he just didn't take the layup. He threw it back out.
Zip with a reverse. Oh, my. Oh, Isaiah. 12-point lead. Amene, no. And with 70 seconds left, the Eaglets just may have stopped the Shamrock win streak against the Eaglets.
So valuable to have a ball handler like Zip in these situations, and Sherrod.
That'll foul out Nadeau, and that'll send Barnes to the line.
And Nadeau is in a hurry to go to that bench. I think he just wanted this game to end for himself.
There's the reverser by Hines with a little bit of English. That was pretty. Good job by our replay coordinator tonight, David Fantow.
Brother Rice coach heading to the exit. There's Jermaine Gonzalez right there.
There you see the athletic director of Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Jermaine Gonzalez, also the head football coach, a legend in his own gym right here.
Yes, sir.
Tonight, doing a great job in his second year. And a proud Michigan Wolverine. Guy who played for the Wolverines, won a bowl ring. And Jermaine very happy with his alma mater last night. Congratulations to the Michigan Wolverines. What do we have here? We've got a foul.
I don't think a foul. They were just trying to check in somebody late. And they didn't get the buzzer right after the free throw. CC was able to speed the inbound pass up. But Catholic Central, I mean, they were in this game. It was a lot closer than this 14-point lead that's on right now.
For sure.
A lot to do with this guy right there. And that guy. Oh, my.
Howard had it blocked.
That's one thing that Savory has that is kind of something you don't really think about is closing speed for a big man.
He's got it. Foul out of bounds, and this one's dragging on a bit. We've got an update for folks, that De La Salle UAD game going on in Warren. And right now, it is all tied up at 44 in the fourth. Fours are wild in Warren. 6:10 to go. 14-point lead here, 40 seconds left. Number 4 takes a 3, and that's off. And Trey's gonna dribble this thing ahead and most likely dribble this clock out.
Trey McKinney with 9 rebounds on the night, too. He was effective on that offensive and defensive glass for Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
Well, the Eaglets got out to a quick start, 7-0. CC would tie it up at 31 all. And back and forth we went before the Eaglets pull away in the fourth quarter. St. Mary's stops the 2-game win streak in the series. And the Eaglets have gone to 8-1 on the year. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with our G of the game. St. Mary's wins it by 14 over Catholic Central. Back to Dabrowski after these.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
Every high school sporting event in the state of Michigan has one thing in common: officials. Every game, every meet, every match. Without officials, there'd be no touchdowns, no three-pointers, no face-offs. Without officials, there'd be no games. Officiating is a great way to give back to your community and stay involved with the sports you love. And officials are needed now more than ever, because without officials, it's just practice.
From an ordinary idea comes a great journey. It all starts with a simple thought, a vision of something bigger, greater than what already exists. It's that spark that ignites the passion and drive to create something truly amazing. At G-Brand, we understand this journey well. We take pride in the details and perfecting every aspect of the process, regardless of how small or big they may be. Because it's more than just a design or a shirt. It's about outfitting future champions. There's something to be said about a team coming together, each member contributing their unique skills, talents, and ideas. It's that collective effort that takes a simple idea and turns it into something truly great. The process can be excruciating, with countless hours spent tirelessly reviewing every detail. But the end result is pure and so rewarding, knowing that we've created something that will inspire greatness in those who wear it. Whether they come from a savage land or a booming metropolis, whether their numbers are 2 or 2 billion, the greatest their numbers could ever become is truly to become one. That's why at G-Brand, we're more than just a clothing company. We're a movement, a community of like-minded individuals who believe in the power of coming together to make a difference. So join us on this journey as we strive to outfit future champions and inspire greatness in all that we do. G-Brand. Now that's game.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
The ball game is over in Orchard Lake. The Eaglets have won it tonight by a score of 70-56. Second straight game they win by 14 points. We're here with our G of the game, none other than the junior Sherrod Barnes. Outstanding ball game for you, young man. I know 15 points.
Yes, sir.
4 assists, 2 steals. You seem to do so much for this team. What was the mentality tonight going in against a very good Detroit Catholic Central team that had knocked you guys off twice last year?
Yeah, definitely. We knew Coach Covert put in our heads that about last year they beat us 2 times, so we just had to come in with that mentality. We had to get them back. Yeah.
What's this year's team been like getting folks adjusted? You did bring a lot of folks back, but you also had to insert a couple guys in Hines and Savory that had not been a part of the team last year. So what's it been like getting everybody together?
It's actually been great. We missed our guys. Putting them back in, it's been a little missing puzzles, but it's the puzzles we needed, pieces we needed, for sure.
How good can this team be, and how strong is this bond right now as you guys are on a 5-game win streak, winning games against tough opponents and staying together and playing team basketball?
Yes, sir. Our bond is great. We're around school each other every day. We love each other. Those are my brothers. We're family, so it's the same thing on the court.
Things get testy, and especially when you're trying to protect your brothers and you're going against your Catholic League Central brothers.
Yes, sir.
And you and Nadu got a little feisty at the end. What was that all about?
Just a little competitive fun, that's all.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All's good that ends well. Sportsmanship both ways, and then you guys have come back. What's next for you guys? Tell us about Friday. Brother Rice.
Yes, sir.
Is the opponent at Oakland University.
Yeah.
You guys excited to play that game?
Definitely. We're going to take tonight, celebrate tonight, and then move on tomorrow. Just get ready for that game. Big matchup, so we excited for it, though.
There he is, the Eaglets point guard, Sherrod Barnes, our G of the game. Congratulations.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, Sherrod, our player of the game. We're back with some highlights and stats from this one. We'll close it out from Orchard Lake. One more time, your final tonight. St. Mary's 70, Catholic Central 56. We're coming back to Dabrowski Fieldhouse for one more time tonight, right after these. Thanks for watching.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Everywhere you look this time of year, people are running, and that's a great thing because running is an excellent exercise, especially for your cardiovascular and musculoskeletal systems. But the question is, are you running a safe running program? All too often, people are hobbled by things like shin splints and patellar tendonitis. But luckily, simple things like stretching and warm-up, the right running shoes, and realistic weekly mileages can keep you in your running game. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
Some highlights from this one as you get a look at the Eaglets on the fast break. Defense to offense. We just talked to Sherrod Barnes. He did so much for this team on the defensive end. Amene was fabulous for Catholic Central in this game too, Stick. He kept them in it for a long, long time.
Yeah, Amene did his thing, and you look at each team scoring 3 players in double digits for each team. Amene, you had Asher Sardini with his, and then Sam Howard with his 11 points. And the one that surprises me for Orchard Lake St. Mary's is Isaiah Hines in 10 points. He kind of took over in that second half when St. Mary's needed him. Trey McKinney needed somebody to support him in the scoring when Catholic Central was going on a little run, and he had 2 big buckets and some big free throws down the stretch. Trey McKinney, obviously, 24 points, 9 rebounds. He had a huge block, a dunk. I mean, he just did his thing. And then you already talked to Sherrod Barnes, Mr. Do Everything for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. TJ Nadeau, rough night for him, and you kind of let that tension play out on the floor. I think this is a game he's going to look back on, and they're going to use this down the road if they come up against an Orchard Lake St. Mary's team again later on this season, which I'm sure they will.
They sure will. The Eaglets and the Shamrocks will meet in Novi in February, and we look forward to bringing action then. We're back on Friday night. TBD, could be St. Mary's Rice, could be another banger of a game. We'll see who wants us, and
that's news to me. All right,
and we will see what's in store. But we know St. Mary's has another challenge, just like Catholic Central did after they beat Rice on Thursday and had to bounce back and play St. Mary's tonight. Rice off tonight. De La Salle and UAD in a barn burner in Warren.
The challenges just don't stop coming. That's the tough part about being in the Central Division. If you get yourself up for one game, the very next day you got to get yourself up for the next game, and it's hard to keep that pace.